Good morning. It's about 6:45 this morning. Wow, my mind's just blown. I leave tomorrow. This is where the Patreon is going to kick in. So, even though I've put up other posts, I guess this is the first Patreon post. You know, where it's going to be me giving you guys updates from here on. And I will start that today. Saturday, I leave tomorrow morning. And so, like today, I've got to pack. I've got to go through all my electronics. I got to sort out what I'm taking, what I'm not, what I need, what I want, but don't need. But will I take it? You know, will it fit? Will it pack? How much room do I sacrifice for clothes, for electronics and tools? And, you know, I put together a small tool bag, pretty much, you know, got the tools for pretty much most everything on the bike, I hope. That's necessary. Anything past that, pretty much going to be out of my league and need a mechanic anyway. And let's talk about electronics. Got a lot of electronics. Do I need all my electronics? Probably not. But if I'm in the woods, do I really want to take my thermal? Yeah, I think I pretty much do, because if I hear something and it's pitch black, you can't see nothing. With my thermal, I can see everything. So I definitely want to do that. Pause the video because I'm talking to the neighbor right there. He's going to be following me. Oh my God, there he goes. I just found out his username on YouTube. I'm not telling you. Oh yeah, I was talking about the thermal. Yeah, if it's in the woods, you guys will see when I start doing some footage with it. There's four different modes. So there's one that does like the red and the black and the white, and yeah. Between the settings, if it's out there and it's moving, honest to God, there's one setting that looks pretty much like daylight. Really, really cool. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Oh man. So, you know, clothes, how much do I take with me? Do I just take like 4 pairs of pants? You know, 10 items of all your personal gear, right? But as far as pants, 3 or 4 pairs of pants, maybe 7 or 8 shirts, like 3 or 4 t-shirts, 3 or 4 button-ups, whatever. I don't know. That's what I got to lay them out today. I got to go, okay, do I want this? Do I want that? If it's scorching hot day, I'm probably going to want the long sleeve cool shirts, because even in August down here, you know, you see the people outside wearing long sleeve shirts so they don't burn. I need to show you guys all the beef jerky I'm taking. I made a good bit of beef jerky. Beef jerky, some bacon jerky. I've got a box and a half of the paleo Styx. Yeah, I'm telling you, the anxiety is real, dude. But this is where the Patreon is going to come in. I'll keep you guys updated multiple times a day. You know, I made it for $1 so people can just follow along. Oh, let's talk about that real quick for a second. A couple of people come on Facebook yesterday. How do I say this? They're a little rude. And one guy's like, oh, $50 a year to follow you in this. I'm like, no, try $12 a year at $1 a month. I says, but the ride's only 4 months long. I said, I may go longer, but so we're talking like $4 to follow me, $4. He made it sound like I was, you know, trying to screw people over. No. Another guy, his buddy comes in and says, oh, well, he's trying to get us to pay for his ride. And there was a nice lady on there trying to defend it. No, that's not what he's doing. He said, if you want, blah, 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 you know. I replied, no, I can pay for my ride. But if you guys tip me or join my Patreon, I can go further. I can do more. So instead of showing, you know, as I'm driving, for example, The Biltmore. When I get up into North Carolina, the Biltmore is like $80 to go in or something like that, right? I've not been in there. So am I going to be able to show you the Biltmore? Probably not. If I were to go by there, of course, I'm going to show you from the outside, right? Hey, check this out. There's the Biltmore right there, right? Duh, no brainer. It's an attraction. Film it. But that's a good example of what I'm talking about. Places that cost. Instead of me just driving around filming, showing you as good as I can, with that, I'll be able to show more. So thank you guys for being here, because this is where it starts. So not everybody can afford to go to every place, but this could be some inspiration. Like, for example, not everybody's been over on the coast of North Carolina to see maybe where the Wright brothers took off. Not everybody's been able to take their adventure bikes through Natchez Trace. And I probably won't get there on this trip. But not everybody gets to go through Mobile and see the battleship. I mean, there's so many things, right? Not everybody gets to go to Glacier. And if you go to Glacier, you might go down to Yellowstone and cut back if you're coming from the West Coast, but not everybody might go all the way to see Devil's Tower. So, you know, and about the money, at $1 a month, yeah. Does not most everybody pay for their TV? How many people have cable or satellite or Sling, something? None of that's free. And I know my content's not worthy of being on that, necessarily, but maybe if you see 10 things while you're watching mine, you might get to pick one of them that you can afford. Not everybody can. You might go, you know what, out of all the places, I never saw that, I didn't know about that, and that's cool, I think that's where I want to go. Then my job's done. Then I did it, right? That's what this is about. That's why this is here. Not just the YouTube, but to be more in depth, more explained, more up to date, be able to answer your questions. Yeah, everybody has their limits. I get that. Why do you think all my stuff's at $1? Like I said in the one video, if I have 3 charities and those charities set their minimums at $10, who's got $30? I don't. Could I give? Absolutely. But if with them at $1, I can give to all 3 and know that I was a part of it. Because you know what? That's just as important as the person that can afford to give $10 to all 3. And thank you for that too, because that helps 10 times more than $1, right? I get it. But it all adds up. And it's like every piece to the puzzle. It all counts. There's not one greater than the other. It's just some people are more blessed and able to bless in return better. But that doesn't make their heart any more bigger. It doesn't make their blessing any more pure. We're all the same out here. We're all the same. Just some of us are better off, and well, you get it. So before I stick my foot further in my mouth with that, right? You guys get what I'm trying to say. Everybody counts. But yeah, so I've already got some backlash from it. Okay. And even the guy that gave the backlash, one of them, she says, well, he's trying to do the charity. And he was like, yeah, but he's wanting us to pay for his ride. No, I'm not wanting you to pay for my ride. But with your blessings, I can do more on the ride. That's the difference, okay? I think that's the best way for me to put it. With your help, I can bring more to you through the camera, being able to go in and do things, than just from the outside, which still, from the outside, is going to bring a lot to people that have not been to all the places I'm going to go. There's people that have probably been to more. Okay, great. There's people that have been to less. Great, you got out. There's people that have gotten to see maybe one of the places 15 times, and they're like, oh, I've already been there. Great. But there's more people who haven't than who have for each of the places I'm going to go. So back to what I was saying. This is where the Patreon is going to pay off. This is where, if you're interested in following the ride, you'll get your money's worth. You'll be able to stay up to date with where I'm at, what I'm doing, see where I'm staying, and who's hosting. There's a lot of cool stuff on here. I've got my first 4 or 5 days already. Let's see, 2, 3, 4. I think I booked 4. Yeah, I got 4 days. Well, it takes me into the 5th day. I don't have the night for the 5th lined up yet, but I haven't tried yet because I'm not sure if I'm going this way or going that way. And that's literally the truth. Why I haven't made any calls on the 5th. But yeah, there's some good people out there that are hosting me the first 4 nights. Yeah, so you'll see where I'm at, what I'm doing, how I'm doing, how Skippy's doing. I'm sure there's going to be some video from the tent. Oh my gosh, there was something. Somebody comment below. What are some of the examples? They're like, like Tales from the Crypt, right? Is that going to be my crypt? Or Tales from the Dark Side or whatever. We have to come up with something from when I'm videoing from the tent. That's going to be my what? My tomb, my crypt, my dark side? No. I guess Tales from the Tent, maybe. Comment below. Okay, well, I'm out here in my shorts. I'm losing my weight. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to get packing. I'm not going to keep this drug out. I see I'm probably going to be around the 10, 11, 12 minute mark. And I don't want to do all my updates that long. I'd rather do more short ones. Easier for you guys to follow, easier for you to watch. Doesn't occupy your time to have to sit down and actually pay attention. Kind of catch it on the fly, I'd rather make more short videos like that. 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Than these longer ones as far as the Patreon updates. And then I'll do more. I don't know. You guys can comment below. Would you rather have, 2 or 3 10 minutes, or 4 or 5 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes? Easier to watch, I think, shorter. But anyway, I'm going to get packing. I'm going to get busy. This was, like I said, this was longer because this was the first official update video for the ride, because there'll be 2 or 3 more today. Here we go. See you later. Thanks.